All right, so yesterday was June 20th, 2019. It's going to be a Thursday, and I took two trades on CCL. So as you can see on the 5 minute here, CCL was gapping down and it was starting to trend lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower. You had no buying pressure. Now, if you look over here on the 1 minute, which is CCL over here, so you see the trending coming down, trending coming down. We had a few pivots here. So we had a pivot above it, a pivot right where it opened, and a pivot right below it. So we're going to go into the trades here. All right, so as you see, it starts to gap down, sell off, no buying pressure, under VWAP, everything I'm looking for to take a fade. And, as it starts coming into the open, it starts selling off a little bit more into this trend line here. So we have a trend line on daily and we have a pivot level on the daily. So I basically want to see what it was going to do here exactly at that trend line. I was willing to get short when it started to move away from the trend line. Now, when it opened, it was kind of just hanging on the trend line and I was waiting for it. And then I quickly scanned my 6 other charts that I have here. And when I look back, the stock was already selling off. So I was like, well, I can't get into it here. And I wanted to wait. I thought it was a little bit too far away from this trend line because my stop was going to be above the candle. And waited. Second minute candle prints, and I'm starting to feel this FOMO, me missing out on the trade and me trying to get into the trade. So here on the 3rd minute, I get short first 2 minute opening range breakdown at 46.72. So 46.72. So on this 3rd minute, get short for a 2 minute opening range breakdown, and it doesn't sell off. It gets pushed up, and I get stopped out basically up here at 46.88, so roughly at the top of these candles here. Looking back, maybe I shouldn't have gotten out at that price because it did start to roll over. But the good news is that I did get short once again as it started to roll over again, and I got short with a heavier size. So the first trade here was I was short 46.72 with 2,000 shares, got stopped out at 46.88, so a $320 loss. As it starts to roll over again, gets short again, and I'm short at 46.69. So 46, roughly 69. So basically the same entry, kind of 46.69, 3,000 shares, so 1,000 shares more than what we had in the first trade. And I started to scale out as I was coming down into this pivot level. Now the problem I had was, I scaled out I think too frequently. So my first scale out was at 46.50. which is only 19 cents of profit. Took out 1,000 shares, so I took out a third. And then I sold more at 46.29. And then I sold more at 46.21, wanting to see what it was going to do at this trend line. I didn't know if it was going to pop up like it did or if it was going to start selling off again. So I had 500 shares left over here at this level here. So I was able to scale out of 2,500 shares throughout this move here. 500 shares left, looking to see if I can maybe add to the position or, have this move come all the way down a little bit lower. Now, as the stock started to bounce up and bounce higher, I got the rest of my position out at 46.50, which is the first scale out position. So if you look at the metrics, I basically took half of my position off at 46.50, which is only 19 cents, which is kind of bothering me. I should maybe I should have held a little bit more and taken more off as it gets lower into this pivot level. But this trade netted me $925. It took me from red to green. So, that's a good little trade. And I was keeping a position open so I can have it, sell off a little bit more throughout the day. Now, the other trade I saw that I did not take was on Oracle. Now, as you see, Oracle on the 5 minute, it's pushing up and it's starting to trend higher, as it's trending. So when you go here back on this 1 minute, I think this is a pretty good trade. As it opens up, sells off to a pivot level on the daily, gets bought back up, then sells off again to another pivot, to the same pivot level, gets bought up, one more time, sell off to the pivot level, and then it finally gets bought up again. Now, so we have 3 tests of the pivot level, 3 times it gets bought up from that pivot level. So I'm looking for it basically to go long. So we have this little consolidation here above VWAP, pushing up. Now here, I think you should have gotten long. You get long at 56.15, and the stop is right under these little consolidation period candles. So 30 cents stop loss, and you get basically a $1 move going up. So basically, 3-to-1 risk reward. So this was a pretty good trade. I didn't take it because it was during the time that I was trading CCL, and I was putting in my metrics and stuff for the day. So I did not trade it. I did not see it, but thought I'll take a little note of it because it was a good little setup. So today I'm up, I think $620. So good little day. I think I traded pretty well, except for that little stop out. But good day.